Hi everyone, my name is David Agbola. Welcome to the 5 Stars Food, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make this very special and simple egusi soup recipe. You can make yourself for your family and friends. Trust me, they will enjoy it and like it. So stay tuned and enjoy. So this is our ingredients for today. We're using pepper, the red bell pepper, and a few tomatoes and onions. Then we have our cow skin here, pomo. Then we have our egg. Then we have the melon seed here. You can see powdered melon seed. It has been grounded. Then we have our dried catfish here and dried crayfish here. Then we have our seasoning cubes and locust beans. Then we have our beef. We'll be needing its stock, so it's very important. So we have our beef here too. Then our leaves that we are going to be using. This is ugu leaf. Very good source of vitamin C. This is spinach, choco yokoto. Then this is scent leaf. It's also known as ephraim. You can get it in the market, ephraim, scent leaf. Then this is our chopped onions and palm oil. We'll be using palm oil. You might be wondering, you're seeing a tuber of yam here. That is the groom for this particular egusi soup recipe. That is what we'll be taking it with. If you want to see how we're going to be making this pounded yam, subscribe to my channel and see you in the next video. Thank you. So the next thing we're going to be doing now is seasoning our beef, and I'm going to be adding chicken flavored seasoning cubes. As you can see, I'm going to be adding one more, that you don't need to be adding a lot in the soup. So since we are going to be using palm oil today, we are going to be using just a little bit of Korean thyme, just a little bit. I won't be using oregano, stuff like that. Using that, we won't be using bay leaf. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. We'll be using grated ginger and garlic, as you can see. Using our grated ginger and garlic, and we'll leave it to steam to generate water. We'll leave it to steam for like 3 to 4 minutes. That the seasoning will enter it very well. So leave it to steam like this, and we'll be adding our chopped onions too. Adding our chopped onions too. You can see, adding chopped onions. So leave it to steam for like 3 to 4 minutes before we add water. See you in the next minutes. While we're waiting for the beef to steam, we'll be grinding our pepper. You can see I'm adding the red bell pepper right now. See, I'm cutting it into two. As you can see, I'm adding more and more onions. Onions is very important in this particular recipe. As you can see, I'll be adding my dried crayfish, blending everything together to give it a very unique aroma. So I'm adding my dried rinsed crayfish. You can see here we have a whole lot of water without even adding water, because the beef adds water itself. So we're going to be adding our water now. And we'll leave it to boil to the required softness. The next thing we're going to be doing now is breaking our catfish into smaller pieces. As you can see, it's a very good catfish. It's a very special catfish, dried catfish. We'll be breaking it like this, and after that, so the next thing we're going to be doing is pounding some locust beans and onions together. If you don't have this mortar at home, you can always blend it together with the pepper inside your blender, or you can always chop it with your knife. And I'll be adding onions too. You can see I already chopped my onions so that it will be easier than our pan. But mind you, if you are using blender, it won't give you the same great taste that this pounding will be giving. As you can see, it is pounded now, and we have a very good paste. Now we are adding our pounded locust beans and onions inside our powdered melon seed egusi. Then we'll be adding 1 egg too. This is my recipe. There are like 6 or 7 ways to cook a very good egusi soup, but this particular one is very unique. It's 5-star recipe. You can try this at home. Try this. Let me know what you think about the recipe in the comment section. So I'm going to be mixing everything together. See, I'm mixing everything together, and you can see I'll add a little bit of water too, not too much. Add too much water, it will be too watery. You can see I've mixed everything together: the melon seed, the locust beans, the onions, and the egg and water. So you can see we have a very good paste here, not too thick, not too watery. Perfect. So we are going to be getting to it now. We are going to be adding refined palm oil inside a dry pot. See, adding a little more because I'm going to be frying the egusi paste. Let me add a little bit more. Next thing, don't allow the oil to be bleach. Just when the oil is fully dissolved inside the pan, just like this, I'll be adding my chopped onions. Next thing we are going to be adding is our egusi mixture, the one we did earlier. You can see you'll be adding little by little. See if you are adding your akara inside oil. You can see I'm frying it. You reduce the heat so that it won't get burnt. So you add it. You can see I've added the melon seed egusi and I've started frying it. You fry for like 2 minutes. You can see frying it, and you continue stirring it so that it won't get burnt. You can see I've fried for like 2 minutes, and the next thing I am going to be adding is our blended pepper, the one we blended earlier. So I'll be adding it right now. You can see my pepper is not very smooth. Don't allow your pepper to be very smooth. This one gives it a very good looking. You have a very good looking soup if your pepper is not very smooth. And it's very good. Starting the pepper, you allow everything to fry for like 15 minutes. Then we'll see what we'll be doing next. So you can see it's almost fried. It's almost dried. Then what we'll be adding next is our dried fish. Dried catfish. You see, then I'll be adding my beef, my boiled beef and cow skin from out. You can see, adding it. Then I'll be adding my seasoning cubes too, that I've added before adding this one. So I'll be adding it right now. Seasoning cubes, I'll be adding 2 because the soup is quite much. You can see, I'll be adding 2 seasoning cubes. You can see. Now looking at this soup alone, we have seen that this is a very good special soup. You can see. I did my seasoning cubes. I'll allow the pepper, everything to fry together for like 2 minutes before adding the beef stock and some more water so that the egusi can cook. You can see the moment you see that the oil has started coming out like this, that is the moment that indicates that it has fried. So I'll be adding my beef stock. You can see, adding my beef stock, and I'll be adding some more water. You can see, this is the water I got rinsing the egusi paste container. So adding the water. I added enough water so that the egusi can cook. Egusi takes like 30 minutes to fully cook. So I'll fry it for like 15 minutes. So I'll cook for 15 minutes. So I'll be covering this right now. Ooh. You need to be here because the aroma is very nice. So you can see the water is almost dried and our egusi is almost cooked. So we'll be adding one of our leaf, and we'll be using 3 leaves: the scent leaf, the ugu leaf, and the chocolate, the spinach. So the hardest of the leaf is the scent leaf, and I'll be pouring it now so that it will give it another aroma. Don't worry, Under why it is called saint leaf. The saint is very, very good. It's used to cook some. It's used in most pepper soup too. So I'll be adding my saint leaf just like this. And I'll be covering for like 2 to 3 minutes before adding the other leaf. So I'll be covering it right now. Whew. We are almost there. Almost there. You see the soup right now? This soup can collect somebody's husband. Hey, somebody can make this type of soup for me. Let me talk. The next thing we're going to be adding is our spinach, our choco. We're adding it before adding the ugu because I guess it's harder. Yeah, ugu takes like just a minute to cook. So we'll be adding our choco. This choco, I added hot water before. I've removed the red water that used to come out from it. So I guess you should do the same thing to yours. So I'll be adding my choco right now. I'm going to be stirring it. Yeah, I'm going to be stirring it and I'm going to be cooking for another 2 minutes. See, soup is coming to life with the addition of our greens. The greens are very, very nutritional. Very, very good for you. The grand finale. The grand finale. You can see the oil on top of our soup. That means our soup is almost done. To be done after adding the ugu leaf. The grand finale. So I'll be adding my ugu leaf right now. You can see I added plenty of ugu leaf because it's very, very good. Very, very good. I'll stir until it is evenly mixed together. You see, stirred, it is evenly mixed together. On the nuts, the ugu leaf takes like a minute to cook. So we're cooking it for a minute in our soup. So before covering it for the ugu to cook, I'll be adding my salt. I added my salt late because I added the beef stock, I added the beef and the fish. I want to add it early so that I won't end up over salting the soup. So I ended up adding just a tablespoon of salt. So I'll stir very, very well. Then I'll cover for a minute so that the salt and the ugu can cook. The salt can dissolve and the ugu can cook. And I taste too. Very, very good. Yeah, we are done and ready. Our pounded yam is almost ready. This soup, you can take it with pounded yam, you can take it with your semovita, you can take it with your oatmeal, your wheat, and your fufu, your oat fufu too. You can see our soup is ready. What I did is I opened it for the remaining 30 seconds so that it will evaporate and simmer. You see, our egusi soup is ready.